What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back for possibly, I mean, you'll know based on the title whenever I title this, but possibly the final episode I will be making on Trails of Cold Steel 1. I think this should lead us to the finale. If not, there will be one more, but I'm pretty sure we should be able to squeeze in everything in this part. So, we finished the Academy Festival last time. We got to enjoy a nice bonfire before things got interrupted. And then we were able to learn that Garrelia Fortress was erased from existence. Well, most of it. It was not destroyed. It was literally, like, erased. So everything's on edge. It's been, like, 6 days since the festival. And apparently Chancellor Osborne is going to be making an address to the nation here at noon. So we have a couple hours to kind of walk around and just do whatever until that's going to happen. So we're going to walk around the school for the moment and talk to everybody before progressing things. So search for Milliam and Crow. It looks like old schoolhouse is the place to look. Engineering building with Toa. But before we get into all that, we are going to check in on everybody. So we're on the second floor right now. Alright, so may as well check in on Elliot and Gaius here. Weird seeing the school back to normal now, but it has been quite a number of days. Oh, this is, Rosine. I find myself worrying about how the children are taking all the news of late. Sister Ornella seems awfully worn out because of it all. At times like these, the very least I can do is make my way along to the church. Hopefully I will at least be able to provide some solace to those who are suffering. You are a very good, kid, Rosine. I wasn't expecting anyone to actually be playing music right now. I've heard they're gathering on Vinegar Street in Heimdallar for more protests and demonstrations. My dad's been really busy too, though that doesn't come as much of a surprise. I doubt I'll have much time to just relax and enjoy good music if war breaks out, will I? Elliot. Aha, sorry, there's not really much point in getting worried about right now, right, huh? Besides, I've got this feeling, you know, like everything will be okay as long as Class 7 sticks together. Guess the best thing to do right now is just keep calm. Right, whatever happens, we'll stick it out together. Milliam's obviously not in her class. Or club. I'm thinking back to how I felt during our field study in Nord. I really don't want to see a war break out. Not just for Nord's sake, but for Erebonia's too. After all, this country feels like a second home to me now. Let's go check in on Emma on the roof, and then we'll see what Sarah's up to. Reen? Hey, Emma, wasn't expecting to find you here. You got Celine there too? Well, she just kind of made her way up here. I was just giving her a little attention before I took a break. You're looking for Crow and Milliam, I take it? Yeah, I have no idea where to even start, though. Those two are always up to something. Oh well, I'm sure I'll run into them eventually. Good luck in your search. Hey, Emma, is something bothering you? Well, it's about Crossbow. I'm concerned about any weapon that could annihilate a fortress the size of Garrelia, of course. But I'm almost more concerned about the whole sequence of events that led up to that. It almost feels like something's hand is guiding all of this to happen in a very specific way. Don't let it get to you, okay? I think maybe all the novels I've been reading lately has made me paranoid. Nah, you raise a good point. One worth keeping in mind, I think. Anyway, I'll catch you later. As soon as I find Crow and Milliam, I'll head back to the classroom with them. Alright, I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, well, usually in these kinds of cases, it's usually the society in some way guiding these things, which we already know, you know, with the archaisms we've been running into. The society is most likely involved in some way. Yeah, Sarah. Oh, is she in the Wait. Instructor Neidhart is here? I guess he doesn't have a fortress to be at. Instructor Neidhart, I wasn't aware you'd returned to the academy. That I have, Schwarzer. It's good to see you again. Sounds like Class 7 put on quite the performance. It's very kind of... Wait, weren't you in Corellia Fortress during the attack? Crossbell's mystery weapon just annihilated? How are you alive? I was on the training grounds with the rest of the 4th Armored Division at the time. We saw something appear in the sky to the east, and the next moment the fortress was surrounded by a blinding light. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it myself. I still hardly believe it. I can't bring myself to imagine what would have happened if that light engulfed us. I'm just glad you weren't hurt. But things must be incredibly busy for the Imperial Army right now. You could say that. Corellia Fortress was our primary stronghold in the east, so losing it has us scrambling. Especially now that Crossbell has proven itself just as much of a threat as Calvard, which is precisely why I'm resigning from my position as an instructor at this academy. Wait, what? It wasn't an easy choice, but my duty as a man and as an Erebonian to devote my all to the military in its time of need. Although I do wish I could have been here to see the festival. Aw, Instructor Neidhart. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us. I'll be praying for your success and your safety. Likewise. I'm sure the future holds challenges that only you and Instructor Veilstein can overcome. Know where you stand and what you are capable of. Embrace yourself for whatever the future demands of you. Yes, sir. He is a good instructor, and a good guy in general. I want to feast flowers. It's a potted plant grown by feet. It gives off a gentle, calming aroma. Makarov. Oh, there she is. Well, not much we can do but wait till noon for the Chancellor's broadcast. I'd rather not hear his voice spilling all over the airways, but this is too important to miss. You really don't like him, do you? He was the one who picked a fight with me. I'm not going to let him forget it. I've got every intention of returning the favor after what he did to the Bracer Guild in Heimdallar. Just thinking about it makes me want to punch something. Maybe I should have brought a beer to the classroom after all, or maybe the whole keg. Don't look now, but Vice Principal Heinrich is giving you the evil eye. Alright, let's check in on everybody else. Oh, Instructor Thomas. Oh, that wouldn't happen to be a recipe book you've got there, would it? It is. Someone gave it to me earlier. Why do you ask? Perfect. Simply perfect. I have just begun conducting some food-related research, you see. And it just so happens I've been on the lookout for someone who could assist me with it. Sorry, did you say research? I did indeed. Why did I talk to him? I did indeed. It's related to geography, actually. I'm in the midst of gathering a variety of, well, perhaps we should call them peculiar dishes. Dare I ask why? All over the world, every dish people cook has a deep history behind it. I'm interested in the history hiding behind the cuisine that we might see, excuse me, as bizarre or unappetizing. But it's no fun to just read about food. I want to sample the dishes as I research their history and purpose. I see, that's certainly a unique field of study. Oh, please, there's no need for flattery, Reen. Very well, consider this a standing order. Come straight to me if you happen to stumble onto any new peculiar dishes. Yeah, okay. He didn't even give me the chance to say no. Oh well, might as well help him out. We will... Do we have anything? Sure. Dear me, I've never seen a dish quite like this before. This will definitely help with my research. Okay. Well, we're obviously not clearing that. It's the end of the game. Janitor is out here. Let's go to the Academy Field. I guess Alisa and Eustace are doing their club stuff. Yep. There's a high likelihood that the Chancellor's speech at noon will be exactly what everyone is expecting. I'm rather uncertain how my father will react to the reformists going and starting a war. You haven't been instructed to go back home yet, have you? I've received no word from my father, no. That just saves me the trouble of having to decline. But that also means it's unlikely I'll be able to get in contact with my brother for some time, too. I guess that's not all that surprising. Rufus once told me I should think about my own position as a member of the House of Alberea. Right now, I'm considering what I ought to be doing here at the Academy. Well said. I'll see you in the classroom at noon, then. Riding club. Yep, Ferris is over here, too. I thought doing some lacrosse practice would help me clear my head, but that's not going so well. I'm still so shaken that Crossbell has a weapon capable of annihilating Gorelia Fortress like that. This reminds me of something my grandfather told me. Weapons only lead to creation of more weapons. I take it you're wondering whether all this happened because the Rhineford group built those railway guns. I can understand how you feel, but none of this is your fault. You know that, right? I really do, but still. This also made me realize how heavy of a burden Mother's been shouldering on her own all this time. To be honest, I'm a little relieved that the railway guns are gone. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. I wouldn't worry about it. There aren't easy answers here. All we can do is stick together as a class and see what the future holds. Allie said, take heed. Absolutely none of this is your fault, understand? You are independent of the issues surrounding your family, and trying to shoulder that burden is pointless. Thank you, Ferris. I feel relieved to hear you say that. Well, I only say it for my own sake. How is one supposed to focus when her rival is so visibly uneasy? Well, that's nice. Laura and Fee at their respective clubs. Is Laura actually swimming? Yeah, seems so. It seems confusion has spread throughout the Empire after what happened at Gorelia Fortress. What do duty and honor demand of us during uncertain times like these? I find myself thinking about that more and more often lately. How's it going, Klein? Going for a swim really does help you get your head in the right place. I'm worried about my family for sure, but there's not much I can do. All I can do is make the most of my time here. It's true. Hey, Casper. I wonder if just those two. What's going to happen to us now? Don't be such a worrywart, Linde. Everything's going to be just fine. Even if things take a turn for the worse, we can just go back home, right? Yeah, you're right. Wow. Looks like Linda's getting nervous. I get why, but there's no point in letting it get to you. Oh. Well then. Looks like Crossbell's locked down all of its borders. I guess that explains why my brother isn't back yet. Given the political climate, however, it comes as no surprise. In fact, it had me under the Academy's care for an entire week now. I'm just glad I found someone to fish with. What's the plan now? You're technically engaged to my brother, right? I suppose I am, though I still find that difficult to believe. I believe I shall return home. I promised Kerrigan I would, after all. Fee? I'm thinking about raising some new flowers. But what kind? They'd probably bloom around springtime if you started raising them now. Hopefully we'll actually get to see that happen. Uh-huh. Edel? Even the flowers seem upset by this turn of events. Perhaps they sense our anxiety. There. You little flowers don't have anything to worry about. Alright, and I guess last is gonna be Machias and Toa in the Student Union building. Well, I guess we can go back to, my god, I'm getting all confused. Oh no, you can't. You can't leave the Academy. No, just students. Apparently, there are still multiple demonstrations going on in Heimdallar. My father's been able to mitigate the worst with help from the government, but there's only so much he can do. I hope he isn't pushing himself too hard. Alright, Toa. What's going on? Oh, Reen. I figure I could find you here. Yep, the student council will be passing out radios for every classroom, so I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. Are you guys planning on listening to the Chancellor's statement too? How could we not? He's supposed to be addressing the entire country after all. Yeah, whatever it's about, it's going to be something big. I don't think anyone could have imagined the relationship between Crossbill and Erebonia going south like this. I sure hope Angie's okay with all of this political turmoil right now. Toa. Hey, sorry about that. I'm the student council president. I need to stay focused on what's going on right here, right now. Angie would laugh at me if she could see me getting distracted over her anyway. That's right, we gotta focus on getting through this. Still, don't try to take on more than you can handle. I'm not the only one ready to give you a hand if you need it. Will do, thanks. Oh yeah, why were you looking for me in the first place? Right, I almost forgot. Do you have any idea where Crow might have gone? Crow? Nope, I'm afraid not. He didn't mention he had anywhere to go when I last talked to him yesterday, at least. Was yesterday the last time you saw him? Yeah, he was giving me some of the stuff. He was giving me back some of the stuff he borrowed from me since graduation's getting so close. That was nice of them, but then he gave me everything he borrowed from Angie, too. It's only polite to give back the stuff you borrowed in person. Now it's more work for me. Well, that's a very Crow thing to do. Well, I'll keep asking around and find out if anyone knows where he's gone. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, but make sure you're back in your classroom by noon, okay? Of course. Kind of weird that Crow would give stuff back this early, but oh well. Probably figures it's less work for him later if he does it now. Alright, I suppose this means George is probably not looking at the robot. Or mech suit, I guess you would rather call it. I still can't believe there's a weapon out there powerful enough to level Gorelia Fortress like that. I didn't think you could get much more powerful than those railway guns. Yeah, having seen the railway guns in person, I can hardly believe it myself. There are rumors that whatever this weapon is, it's managed to fend off the armored division several times, too. Still, I can't help but wonder what the Chancellor is going to say in his national address. Whatever it is, I have a feeling it's going to shake up some things around here. This is a military academy, after all. Who knows? We might even see active duty. Even as an engineer, I doubt they'd make an exception for me. Could it be my lazy days tinkering with orbital bikes are numbered? Aw, don't say that, George. Well, no point in stressing out too much about the future until we're there. I don't mean to be a downer about it. Go on and listen to the broadcast, but don't worry yourself too much. The country may go through a lot in the coming years, but ultimately we have a say in our future. That's a good way to look at it. I don't want to look away from what's happening. We have to be aware of our present and take charge of our future. But anyway, you wouldn't happen to know where Crow is, would you? He hasn't shown up to class today. Crow? Can't say that I do. He came by yesterday with a box of things he borrowed from me, but he never mentioned he had any plans today. Dang. Anyway, I'll keep asking around to see if anyone knows where he is. Well, knowing Crow, he's probably just wandering around somewhere. Just keep looking, I'm sure you'll run into him. Will do. He also gave stuff back to George. Why is he giving all this stuff back? What are you up to, Crow? I think the only place left. Yep, old schoolhouse. Guess we'll check over here. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened here in the old schoolhouse ever since that night. We even kind of ended up pushing it to the back of our minds, what with the way things have been going in Crossbell. Huh? It's unlocked. I wonder if someone's already inside. George is in the engineering building right now, so it can't be him. If any of the students are just idly wandered in here, they'd be in real danger. I should probably take a look inside just in case. I checked around inside the old schoolhouse, but there didn't seem to be anyone around. But all the same, I didn't want to chance anyone leaving anyone down there, so I decided to check the 7th floor. Coming here alone is pretty dangerous for you too, Reen. Hard to believe we're back down here for a third time. Probably won't let us run in here, I assume. Yeah. Especially when you don't have the rest of the class. Billiam? Billiam? Is this where you've been the whole time? You do know we have class, right? Honestly. So, what's piqued your interest? Doesn't look like this thing has anything in common with our Getlim.
わかんないけど、少しは関係してるのかも。大元のところではつながってるみたいな。そんな感じ?
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
まあ、こればっかりはつながってないとわかんないかな。でも、やっぱりおじさんに頼まれただけはあるよ。まさか、こんなすごいのがいるなんてね。
Huh. Wait a minute. Are you talking about Chancellor Osborne? Did he know there was something like this here?
正確にはこの旧校舎のことだけど、何か起こったら報告するように言われてたんだよね。ってあれ、これ機密情報だっけ?
Uh-huh. So the Chancellor has an interest in our quaint old schoolhouse, does he? We just find out that Captain Claire is a Thor's graduate, but...
どうしたの? 考え込んじゃって。
Say, Milliam, was investing in the old schoolhouse the reason you enrolled at the academy?
それも一つかな。もっと重要な役目もあったけど、必要なくなったから。
Something more important than this? Not sure what she's getting at. Doesn't sound like she's trying to hide something important from me, though.
そうだ、そろそろおじさんの演説が始まるんだった。いい加減、僕も戻らないとね。
Uh-huh. Oh, so you already knew about that? We were all planning to listen to it in the classroom.
お、だったらそっちがいいかな。それじゃあ、行こっか。
Haha, nothing keeps you down for long, does it? Oh yeah, you haven't seen Crow around anywhere, have you?
え？見てないけど、どっか行っちゃったの?
Well, he's probably just hiding out somewhere on campus. None of the others have seen him, though. I wonder if he went into town.
そうかもね。一回街に出て探してみる？僕もついてっからさ。
Sounds like a good idea. If he's not on the school grounds, chances are he's somewhere in town. Alright, let's see if we can find him. Alright, Reen and Milliam time. Might not actually end up being the final video. Because if we spend enough time looking in town, I might want to end things before the actual, like, true finale. We'll see, though. We'll see how much free time we're given. Well, we can't just teleport to Trista, so... yeah, I guess we have to actually walk there. Okay, so where are we gonna track down Crow? Might as well, I guess we should start with the dorms first. Maybe Sharon knows where he's gone. Okie dokie. There's the kids. Oh, I wasn't expecting to see either of you back so early. Welcome home. Hello again, Sharon. We're back. Oh, it seems like all your classes have been canceled today. I'd heard from Lady Sarah that you'd be remaining on campus, so... Well, that was the plan. Say, Crow hasn't been back here, has he? Master Crow? Actually, he just returned a short while ago. Oh, he did? Indeed, however, I don't believe he stayed long. It seems he was here just long enough to go to his room and then left again. Sounds like we just missed him. Maybe he forgot something here and came back to pick it up? I don't know. Should we check his room just in case? Yeah, might as well while we're here. Well, if you need anything, just let me know. Master Crow returned to his room not long ago. He seemed to have departed again soon after, however. Yeah, let's go take a look. We haven't been to the dorm in a while. What? It's empty. Huh, looks like he did go out then. Still, don't you think his room is awfully tidy? I mean, for Crow? Well, he was supposed to be moving out here fairly soon. He must have been doing some cleaning. Anyway, it's almost noon. I guess we just have to head back to the classroom empty-handed for now. Yep, it's almost time for Gramps' speech. Still, I wonder where Crow went. Yeah, there's nowhere else around here I haven't checked, is there? Yeah, it feels very tidy for him. Like he doesn't have his poster here or anything. Very odd. Alright, time for bed. Green sword is here on the wall. Alright, well, I think once Osborne's speech starts, it's going to be non-stop for whatever is going to happen next. So even though this is a shorter part, I think we'll end things off here. Next time will definitely be the finale. We'll head back to school and listen to Osborne's speech and see what it's going to lead to. Seems pretty serious. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.